Everybody, my name is Margot. I'm a tarot reader, professional reader. I've been reading tarot cards for over 30 years. And welcome to my demonstration on how to read some reversals. Now I'm using my very favorite tarot deck, the Jean Dodal tarot deck, and it's a recreation. Jean-Claude Flournoy, he's very one of my favorite tarot artists. I've been using this deck for years. I use many decks, but this one is definitely my favorite. It's been my favorite for years. So the purpose of this tarot reading is just for demonstration purposes. It's not aimed at anyone, at any situation. So please take care when you're hearing this tarot reading. Okay, so what I did was I fanned out my cards after shuffling. And I chose 3 cards. So the first one is the reverse 10 of Cups, the second one is the reverse star, and then I have the Page of Cups. Now, I actually drew all 3 cards reversed, but I decided to make the Page of Cups upright for a particular reason. Now, remember when we're reading cards for somebody, even if it's for ourselves, we always have the goal of clarity. We have to keep that in mind. Our intention is for clarity. It's for empowerment. When we're reading cards for somebody, especially as a professional tarot reader, my goal is to empower my client. Have them look at their situation, remove all the confusion, and have them look at it with clarity. Okay, so let's get started. So the 10 of Cups, now 10 is, it's a number of completion. And when I read reversals, I always read it as an extra layer of information. Do not forget what the meaning or the intention is for the card. I read it as a change in tone for the whole reading spread. So when I look at this, I look at the cups, how they're facing down. And we can look at it as a pouring out of emotion. It almost gives you the feel of disappointment. And we look here, we look like, why is this one bigger? Perhaps that's a leader. Are we disappointed with a leader at the end of a situation? Remember, 10 is kind of like a completion number. And it's like the end of a situation and the beginning of a new one. So we finished the task at hand and now there's a new beginning. It's like we're seeing things how they are. And then we come to a major arcana card, which is the number 17, the star. And again, it is reversed. And we look at these vessels here. And they're reversed, so it's kind of like we get this emotional that water is really symbolizes our emotions and our feelings. It also symbolizes our intuition, and we can use it as a reminder to add clarity to a situation. And we are kind of upset with ourselves or disappointed with ourselves that we were drawn into a situation where we're going to be disappointed. The major arcana is kind of like, it's like we've learned something about ourselves. I call it the karma cards, where we learned, who we truly are after a situation. And that is life. It's becoming who we truly are. And we've learned that we let our optimism get in the way of what should have been done. We probably put too much faith in a leader and ignored certain warning signs, and we're just very disappointed. We let our guard down, and in some instances we let people walk all over us. We let them tell us what it is that we're thinking and what it is that we're believing, even though we know it's not true. So this is really, these two cards are about a disappointment in a situation. Now, I did draw this one reversed, but I decided to make it upright because I wanted to put a positive spin on this reading. I wanted to give the client, and I do these air quotes because there is no client, I'm just pulling cards, but I wanted to put a positive spin on this spread because I wanted to make it a lesson. I wanted to make it a way to move forward. So when I turned it upright, the page is now looking at the situation, and it's like, what can I learn from this? The page is like somebody who is learning, a beginner, a novice, and it's holding the cup, and the cup is, it's got a cover, and it's trying to hide its feelings, and there's a little bit of like naiveness or naivety. I have a hard time saying that word. A bit of shyness about the situation, and I don't want to use the word shame. I just want to use the word shyness and encouraging, looking at the situation with lessons learned. Like perhaps you need to learn how to build certain boundaries to protect yourself from people who don't really have the best intentions. Perhaps making sure that you use the situation, add it to your wisdom list. Forgive yourself for aligning yourself with somebody who really didn't have everybody's best intentions at heart. And like I said, add it to your wisdom list. Use it as a lesson learned. You're never too old to learn lessons, and that is about life. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, this reading was just for demonstration purposes, and happy learning tarot cards.